Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Lost Skies. As you can see, things have changed drastically since our last episode. I want to go through quickly and talk about what's changed since we last left off and why. First and foremost, yet again, I had to start all the way over because of an issue I had with respawning. If you're playing this game, they haven't resolved the issue of clipping through things when you respawn in your spawner here. So if you place this in a place where you might clip your head into something, it insta-kills you instead of just jutting you off to the side. And because that continues to happen over and over again, you end up having to revive at the nearest arc. And if there's no arc on the island that you're currently at with your ship, you end up going really far away. And the problem that I ended up having is that the island I ended up respawning on didn't have any of the little bugs that would allow me to craft Atlas shards. And because I couldn't craft Atlas shards, I couldn't build a shipyard. So I ended up just having to delete the world and starting another one again because I had no way of getting back to my ship, even just to build a small little thing to get me back to it, because I had a lot of stuff on that ship. I was really, really upset when that happened. It's really, really annoying, but you know, you live and you learn. I am now making sure that my respawn point is in a place where I cannot clip into anything when I spawn here. Plenty of headroom, no problems. But it also does mean that I had to start completely over as far as materials. Now, fortunately, this game is set up in a way to where your character itself retains everything he had on him. So, you know, I still had all the stuff I had on my belt. I still had all the equipment. I did end up making the cool little belt light. So that's really nice when we're going into dark places. And then, you know, all of the tech and stuff I've unlocked so far stayed unlocked. So I started back on the starting island again and just gathered all the materials I needed to purchase everything. And in the process of everything that I found a couple of versions of engines. I found some, I just now on the last island I went to, I came back to this island because it had an arc on it, so that's why I'm here. But I actually went over to another island off in that direction, I think, and that one had this sail here, I think, and it also had this awesome wing and this new sail here. Now, if you're wondering why I have engines and sails, I have noted that the sails actually do add more speed when you turn them on. My understanding is that multiple sails of the same type do not add speed. That's my understanding so far. But a square sail will give you more speed, and a single square sail will give you more speed, and a single stay sail will give you more speed. And then each of these engines, I do believe, adds more power. Now, unfortunately, the thing we have to worry about is that our core is only able to provide a certain amount of energy, and everything we put on the ship that does something does siphon off some of the energy from the core. So that's something you have to keep in mind. I did grab this turret here, and I'm not really sure about the weaponry. It uses heavy ammo, and we can obviously go ahead and add more. I don't really have that much. I guess we'll go ahead and... I believe all the different types of ammo cost the same amount. So to make heavy ammunition, it all costs 4 metal. It's just different kinds. So I think I'm going to craft another 40. I'm running low on metal. We're going to have to stop somewhere and actually go mining for that. So, yeah, I mean, we have 52 now, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, this is our layout that we have. I've gone with sort of a ship/airplane layout just because I could put the rudder on the bottom, I guess, and that would look kind of cool, and then I could put this on the very back. But then it's going to make my ship really, really tall. Like, it's going to be up that high and down that far, and I mean, I don't know. It would look like a rudder. It would look like a rudder. Maybe we could try that. I don't even know if we can. Why not? You guys are here. We're not really... I'm not really... we have to go to a whole other island before we're going to be able to do anything anyway. So let's take a minute and just see. Am I close enough? Is it going to grab me? No. Once you get close enough, the shipyard will just grab you. There we go. So yeah, maybe we could just do that. Because I'm pretty sure that the rudder is going to give me the same benefit whether it's on the top or on the bottom. And it'll look more like a boat with the rudder on the bottom. So we'll give it a try. Let's see if we can even put it on the bottom first. Let's just see if we can even put it on the bottom. The problem that I have trying to put it on the bottom is that is exactly that right there. Maybe this will get me close enough. So we can go to the ship flight, we can go to the wings, we can put the driftwood blade, and we can craft it. Hey, yeah. But it will not let me put it on the bottom. So it will. So what's stopping it? Is it the shipyard itself? I might need to turn it. Oh no, it'll let me put it there. I'd like it to be. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be all the way at the back. So the biggest thing is just to make sure that it's centered. I'm pretty sure that's centered. So let's go over here and take a look at it. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's put the stay sail all the way in the back, and then we'll see how it looks. Let's see. I'm gonna put it here, just so there's a little bit of symmetry. Maybe the symmetry will make it look better. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't really want it to look too much like an airplane. So, you know, the rudder on the top makes it look like a tail fin, like a vertical stabilizer. That makes it look a little bit more like a. That makes it look a little bit more like a ship. The wings. I wonder if I should put those in the back. I wonder if I should put these in the back. They'll also make it thinner, which will make it easier to get through things. Let's just try it, I guess. We can always put it back if I don't like it. We can always put it back if I don't like it. I wonder what's making it to where I can't put it back that far. Okay. So yeah, I'd be curious to know if multiple engines does make a difference in the speed. I'm not sure that they do. I tried to do a test to see if I saw like a seriously notable difference in the speed with one engine versus two engines. I feel like I did, but it wasn't such a big It wasn't such a big change that I was like super convinced of it. So I don't know. Is there a reason why I can't? Okay, how far forward did we put it here? Oh yeah, I was pretty close with the... And I think we had it centered. Okay. So, I mean, that makes it... I'm trying to go for I'm trying to go for longer and narrower, because if I need to fly through some tree... So, let me tell that story. I was over on another island over there, which is where I got a bunch of this stuff, and one of those... That big massive creature that shows up at the first island decided to pay me a visit. And I wasn't sure if it was going to attack me or what it was going to do, but I wasn't going to wait around to find out. I ran like crazy, tried to hide into I hid myself as close into like some trees and buildings and stuff as I could just to wait for it to go away, because I did not want to risk having that be something that went bad for me. So I'm trying to go for more narrow. And I wonder if, now that I'm thinking about it, because that's going to limit how close to the ground I can get. It's going to limit how close to the ground I can get. But it does look kind of cool. Maybe we'll go this way for a while if it turns into a problem. Because most of the time I don't want to go all the way down to the ground, because I don't want to risk anything on the ground attacking my ship. And if it attacks my rudder, I'd rather lose my rudder than like a main panel or something. So I don't know, because we have that. I don't know. I did notice noticeable increases in changes of speed with that and that individually. Each of these actually does make a noticeable difference in the speed in addition to the engines. So we're definitely going to keep doing that. I'm thinking that since... And I guess that's fine. Can't think of anything else that I would really like to do. I don't know. It won't let me put these turrets on the side, so it has to be somewhere. I want it in front so I can actually like shoot down at stuff too. And I guess that's it for now. I want to see what this looks like far away though. I know that I tend to think more about function than I do anything else, but aesthetics is also something I care about. So I want it to look nice so that, you know, when we're running around on the island and we look over at our ship, it's like, ooh, that looks good. Because part of the whole point of crafting all of this stuff is to have something that makes you feel like you're a little bit proud of it, you know? So I'm also thinking that having this go down like that will make it so that, because I did discover that upgrading our... I kept thinking that the recipes for these were the same thing. It's actually upgrades. It actually, we have several more panels on here now than we did when we first started. So I'm also thinking that when I get my next upgrade, maybe having the rudder down here will make it more reasonable to put a second deck down here. I'm thinking like a small, like a short little deck down here just to put a bunch of storage and stuff down there. And because right now the way I have it set up, is, let's see, I gotta remember how. All right, there's the different ways of getting onto the ship. Right now I have I put my forge back here and a couple of storage containers. I have my crafting bench here. I have the energy extender here, which is what allowed me to have so much, a few extra things on here. I have my schematic desk right there. And then I have a cooking station here too, which actually we just picked up a couple of taters, so we might as well turn those into something that we can use. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Right now, what we need to do is we need to back away from the thing here. Are we far enough away that it's not going to grab me? Seems like it. All right, so let's go get our shipyard back. And then we can head off in another direction and hopefully find something cool. Hold on, I was trying to get to the teleporter here because that's usually the easiest way to get on. Whoa! There we go. Okay, so yeah, I think what we're gonna do, and I found that it flies much more like a plane. It flies much more like a plane, and the pitch of the plane, the pitch of the ship, and everything matters a lot more when you have wings, because it actually does make a little bit of a difference. So I think what we'll do is, like we did in the last episode, we'll head in the direction of, well, actually, I think we're gonna head in the direction of that. I don't know if we've been to that one before. but we will go ahead and head in that direction, because why not? So now we've got the propellers here making a massive difference in our speed. And then you'll see when I open this, speed starts going up. It does make a noticeable difference. The number did go up, but because we're going sideways, this one should make a much bigger difference. So yeah, we got a good 10 speed, whatever the speed. I'm assuming it's kilometers per hour or something like that. But yeah, the sails do make a difference. I don't know if multiple engines make a difference, but it looks weird having the engine on here like that. Like without having the engines over here without the engines over here without the wings on the back, without the wings on the side. I don't know. I wonder if multiple wings. I wonder if more wings equals more pitch authority. Because if we can angle down further and gain bigger changes in speed, I could stick a couple of wings off the edges of the engines there. It'll make it look a little bit more like an airplane, but I don't know. I don't know if it makes a difference. I don't know if the placement of the wings makes a difference either, like having them in different places changes your pitch authority or what. And I wonder if there's a maximum pitch authority that you can have. I don't know. Just kind of testing things out to see what makes a difference. I also put this little bench up here so that I could sit when we are doing long travel like this and just kind of keep an eye out for monsters and stuff to see if anything's kind of coming after me. If I see specks in the distance, I want to keep an eye on it. I don't know that we've been to this one here, so I'll continue heading off in this direction and bring you guys back when we arrive. Alright, we're getting pretty close to the island here. This doesn't feel familiar to me, so I'm going to assume that we have not been here before. And I wanted you guys to be able to get a nice view from afar before we got in really close and you couldn't see anything anymore. There's a building down there that we'll obviously want to visit. I'm kind of looking to see if there are any... Alright, we need to head back down into the actual cockpit here so we can get some control happening. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a circuit around the island here. And we'll just kind of keep an eye out and see. I'm always looking for an arc, but the biggest thing we're looking for on these islands is Cyborium discs so that we can unlock new stuff. Don't see an arc quite yet. We're going to put some down. We're going to put some down. Sorry. We're going to put some down. Having to use the... I really would like to have the... I'd like to be able to look around and control the ship at the same time. I don't like having to do it this way. That didn't go well. Thought we were going to miss it, but I guess not. Got to remember that there's a big, there's a tall sail on this thing, so... Yeah, I think we've been here before. That's absolutely familiar. Alright, so what we'll do then is we'll head off to that one over there. I don't know that we've been to that one. It'd be really nice if there was a map that allowed you to see where you've been and where you need to go. I don't like it when games don't provide you with some kind of in-game means of tracking what you're doing, because, you know, I've definitely been to that arc before. The different angle that we were approaching made the island look different, but we've definitely been there before because I've been there twice with in different worlds. So we'll continue heading off towards this island over here, and hopefully it's something new. Alright, we have made it to another island. That ring looks familiar to me, so I'm having a bad feeling that we've been here before. I don't know if I went to a different island that had a bunch of vertical pillar islands, and I don't remember if that is where I'm remembering the ring from or not. So let's get turned off to the side here. We'll slow things down a little bit. That ring feels familiar to me. Let's get some pitch down happening here. And we'll just kind of look around and see if we can find anything cool. Put some left rudder in. But yeah, like I'm saying, I would much rather have it set up so that I can just... I would rather all the controls just auto center and only like, I don't know. I don't like the set and forget method that they've done here. I would rather like constantly tap the controls to get it to turn, or hold it down to get full turn. Like, I know some people want that fine control where you set it at a setting and it's there. I don't like that. I would much prefer the looking around to just be looking around without having to hold a key down. And then while I'm looking in this direction, I can make changes to the control, I can turn, lift, all that stuff. Because the way it is now, if you're looking at something else, you can't change anything. Oh, okay. I don't know that we've been to that. So let's try to turn this way. We'll angle as much as we can. Because I'd much rather just hold the controls down and be able to look at what I want to look at. Hopefully there's no anti-air stuff around here. This might be a new island, I'm not sure. So ideally, we'll be able to find some cool stuff here. Okay, cool. So first thing we do every time is try to go into the Ark and see if we can get new information. Unfortunately, going into the Ark doesn't actually give you anything. It just advances the story. I think we've been here. It would have given me some story if we hadn't been here before. Damn it. That means we've definitely been here because it would have told us that it was a new one. Yeah, they really need to introduce some kind of a map. Or some kind of way of marking an island as we've been there before. Because if you're just randomly wandering around, like, I don't want to just continue. I don't want to just continue heading in one direction, or I want to go to islands. And then if I don't remember if I've been to an island before, I don't want to fly all the way back to one I've been to. So it's like there needs to be a way of tracking this stuff. I'm not a fan of the fact that there's not. So we came here, and I'm like, I don't think there's any point in hanging out here, because if I came here, I looked for as much of the stuff as I could find. So continuing to look for things here. Continuing to look for things here is not really going to be a good use of our time. So, I guess we'll just... I don't want to just head in the direction of the wind. I guess we'll just head over to this... I saw something for a second over here. I saw something for a second over there. So I guess we'll head off in that direction and see if that ends up being anything. Let's go get the sails up. max out our speed, and then I'll bring. I knew the ring of stuff around there looked familiar to me. I feel like that, either that or that might be like the starting island. So there's some stuff over this way. I'm gonna head over here and hope for the best. Alright, I've made it to this little island over here. It seems heavily forested. I was talking with the AI, asking it what it thought about engines and stuff based on the... Oh! Please tell me that's not in it. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Please don't shoot me. I think we got out of its line of sight fast enough. I was asking about engine placement, and it was telling me that for propellers, rear-facing engines are actually more optimal, and that for a ship of this size, 4 to 6 engines is actually what we're looking for. So, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna end this episode. I'm gonna do some testing, and then ideally, I don't know, maybe I'll pause it and do some testing, because I'm not really trying to make these episodes as short as I typically make other ones. I don't know that there's going to be anywhere for us to put a shipyard down, though, because this entire island is just covered in trees. I mean, I guess I could try to put it over there. Let's try to put it in that little tree area there. If I can get the shipyard in there and I can get the ship placed in there, then I can try to see if I can get more speed out of turning the engines around. It doesn't make sense because it didn't make sense to me to face them backwards because the fire coming out of the back, but it was saying that's what it's telling me. So yeah, there's a little gap right there. I'm gonna try to put us in that and see if we can build a shipyard right there. I don't know, I don't... Alright, well, let me just double check and make sure everything's turned off. Then we can hop down here and see if there's anywhere we can put a shipyard over here. It's a really bad place to put a shipyard. Because anything that falls off is going to go over the cliff and out. It's going to be a bad place to put the shipyard. Because when I disassemble things, because the developers decided to make it to where the items despawn in place instead of just going right back into your inventory, yeah. That's a massive oversight as far as I'm concerned. What would be the way it should really go is that the shipyard itself should have a massive inventory associated with it once you deploy it. And that way, if you do something as crazy as, say, just completely disassemble the ship, everything that's in the ship gets placed in the shipyard, and then you can build your ship and then transfer stuff out of the shipyard back into your ship. That's the way that should work. There should be no respawning of things into the thing. It should either go back into your inventory or into a special inventory that only exists when the shipyard is deployed. That's the way that should work. That is the only correct way to make all of this work. But that's just not the way they chose to do it. I don't know what the thought process is behind that, but it's not the way it should be done. Like there are opinions that you can have. That's not an opinion. That's just the way it should work. Need to get these out of the way. Oh, this thing's fiddly to use. Guess I didn't need to do that one. This process is annoying. Alright. And then I want to get rid of this guy here, because I feel like it's probably in the way. Alright, this is overly... This is breaking down into too many pieces. Alright, that's fine. That at least gets everything out of the way. We're gonna get rid of this guy too. You see what I mean though? Like if I drop something over here and it just goes down the side, that's going all the way down there. Yeah. We are totally screwed if... Please don't fall. Please don't fall. No, 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 no. Okay, we got lucky. Okay, we got lucky. Alright, I'm gonna go here so that hopefully when I do this... Okay. So, the whole point of this was to come over here and make it so that we could turn the engines around. The most common engine manufactured in Sabor never strived to be fancy, it was just used for its sturdy frame and minimal maintenance upkeep. So, the acceleration, pretty much all of the numbers on this guy is better fuel efficiency. What fuel efficiency? It hasn't asked me for any fuel. Can't see. I'm trying to put it as far back on the... Trying to put it as far back on here as I can. But not, like, all the way. It hasn't asked me for any fuel. But you see what I'm saying? Like, that there makes me feel like fire comes out the back and it pulls forward. So I don't know if the AI is just taking me for a ride or what. But we're going to test it. We're going to test it. I think I had it right here. So we'll put these on here, we'll disengage, we'll turn around, and we'll see if I get a reasonable increase in our spot. Hold on. Is there a place we go to refuel? Like, it's not asking me for anything. It's not like the gun has me do that. But as far as I know, there's no fuel. I hope there's no fuel. I haven't found anything that lets me know that there's fuel. Okay. Yeah. The AI is taking me for a ride. Because that's not how that works. Okay, so AI is not going to help me in this situation. And now the problem is that I have no way of getting... Okay. Ideally, we're close enough that it's going to catch us. Okay. Yeah, AI took me for a ride. Don't listen to the AI. It doesn't know what it's talking about. It's a bunch of BS. Maybe some of the engines work that way, but these clearly do not. So, we're gonna try this again. Oh no! They should really have the shipyard. They should really have the shipyard. If they're not going to make it to where it just automatically goes into my inventory or a shipyard inventory. Oh, man. All right, I think we'll be okay. But it should definitely, there should definitely be some mechanism for preventing materials from just completely going off in a random direction, because that's terrifying. Okay, so now the question is, do more engines make a difference as far as speed? I didn't notice much of a difference when I did that, but when I put a third engine on, I didn't really notice any kind of a difference, but I kind of want to put this as far back as I can. And centered. Is that centered? I think that's centered. I kind of wish it didn't stick out so far. I mean, I guess it needs to for the propeller blades, but... Okay, and then we'll do the same thing here. Okay, game. Can we just have instant placement? Like, why do I have to go through this process of waiting for a thing to finish? All right. And then, so how much energy do we have left? Well, I mean, I guess we could find out. Do I have enough for another engine? So we have enough. Maybe I didn't have enough energy the last time I tried this. It's entirely possible that we just didn't have enough energy the last time I tried this, and that's why I didn't make enough. I don't know. I don't really want to have engines in the center line like this, but I mean, it's better than... I mean, I guess we could try to put it on the bottom. I just don't really want to have something like that up on the deck, especially where I could potentially run into it, you know? I mean, we already have the rudder down there. Let's try to do that. Let's try to put it on the bottom. Not how I would prefer to place it, but I also don't want to have to worry about running around on the deck and that being a problem. So can I get up here? No, it's blocked away. So, and trying to get... Ugh, I can't see. This is where first person would be really nice. Is that centered? I can't tell if that's centered or not because there's not another level. And I can't... I think that's centered. Okay, hopefully that's going to work. I don't know. See what I mean? Look at all this stuff falling on the ground. This is not something I should... that might have been from what I cut. But it's not something I should have to worry about. I shouldn't have to worry about losing materials in the shipyard. It should just transfer to a storage in here or just go back into my inventory. Either way would be better than what this is. Okay. So now we have 3 engines that are at the... And we're at the limit of our energy here. Basically, until we're able to get... I don't know if I can just put another one over here. I don't think so. core weight, core energy. I'm thinking that means it adds 145, 100. I don't know. I don't really understand. The problem is that there's no wiki for this, so finding information is very difficult. You just have to experiment with it. And I want to go this way. Okay, so our max speed before with just the engines, I believe, was like 20, sub 20. And I feel like we're at the same speed we were before. Like, we're a little bit faster. We're a little bit faster. Maybe. I don't feel like the speed increased all that much. Like, I'm sure with the sails, I mean, yeah, we're not even really that much faster. We're pushing 30 now, which is, you know, I guess a little bit better, but it's not enough better that... I don't know. It's just not enough better. I don't know how I feel about it. We'll leave it on for now because we have the energy for it, and I'm not convinced that another gun is going to help me that much. I'm not anywhere close to being really ready to fight things. It's mostly for, you know, if I can get into a situation where maybe I can pick off some mantas from a distance. That's mostly what I'm trying to get to. So let's get ourselves down. Well, hold on, we're still moving forward because of the sails. And then I have to constantly switch back and forth from looking to what I want to look at to control the ship instead of just being able to look around. It seems like it's grabbing us, so that's good. I just want to double check and make sure there isn't anything else I'd like to check. Bubble didn't form quite fast enough for me. I mean, I think it's making a difference. I don't know how much of a difference it's making. But we'll leave it on for now, and then if I decide that I want more weapons or something like that, then we can mess with that. And we'll go ahead and just leave it in the shipyard for here. Let's run through the island really quick and see if there's anything interesting for us to check out. It doesn't seem like there's going to be that much here, but we can always check around. And a little bit of junk here. Oh, turret. Get my weapon out. Where is it? Oh, that's convenient. Oh, this is a really high level one. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! I don't want to do that. Crap. Ah, I hate that. I was like, this would be a perfect chance to see if my turret gun here does a better job of killing things. Because, yeah, that's not fun. Okay, let's run off in that direction again. The problem with this one is that, oh, here we go. We gotta kill the repair drone, though. Where are they? Yo. Yo! Oh, this is the repair drone. Oh, he's gonna sit right there? Oh, here we go. The crosshair for this sucks. But it does do a better job. Hold on, I have food here that'll heal me. Okay. So that was cool. So it makes it to where we can use our weapons. So that's cool. That was interesting. Let's grab the materials from killing these guys. Unfortunately, one of the drones fell off into the abyss, so there's that. I want to go back over here and kill this turret. Pull out our pistol again. I don't remember where we were. I think we were... Oh, here we go. Now that he's by himself, he's not nearly as dangerous. You can get them by themselves. When they're in a swarm, that's when they're real dangerous. You can catch them by themselves. You can, like, if you can separate them, get them to kind of... Alright, I think we were walking down this pathway. And the turret was over here, yeah. You can find a good angle. If you can find a good angle where you can just constantly slide in and out of its range, then these guys aren't very hard at all. It's just sometimes you get into fights like that where you think you're safe, but then you're not. Because it seems like they can't get to you, but then all of a sudden they find an angle, and all of a sudden they're able to hit you. That's really annoying when that happens. Alright. Oh, here we go. Another one. Was I using the rifle again? Damn it. No wonder it took so many rounds. I think... Well, this is where the third-person view is really irritating. I would be able to see if I wasn't in third-person view. And then that guy's able to hit me through a tree. Where is he? Can't see anything. Like, I know they think the third-person view is great, and like 90% of the time it is, but then you get stuck in situations like this where you can't fight because you can't put yourself in a position where you can fight and still be able to see. Like, there's a turret over here, and I'd like to be able to get him, but I can't put myself in a position to be able to. It's unreasonable. I think there's something over there. It's hard to tell because it's dark. There's another turret over there. Trying to crouch so I can see it. I think there's something in there. For this one, we should be able to stand up. Just... Oh, crap. Oh my god, let me move. Let me move. Okay. Guess you can't stand behind a tree forever. Okay. Jeez, man. Alright, I think there was some stuff over here. Let me grab all of that. Medium ammo is good. We need as much medium ammo as we can get. Some scrap metal is good. Metal of any kind is good. Was this worth all the effort we just put into it? Sort of. I really need the other kind of... the next level above tech guide. Ship inoperable, vital signs, a bunch of deceased people, major damage sustained by combat and engaged in storm wall. I don't know what that means. Systems indicate immediate landing at nearest island. Okay. So, there's a camp here. There's a big chest. That's good. Yeah, see, the tech briefs are the lowest version, and then the green one is better. But to upgrade any of our schematics, we need the other thing, the purple version of those things. And I have yet to find one. Yeah, the tech guides are great, but we need, I think there's like a tech manual or whatever it is. It's a big purple tablet, and I haven't found one yet. So I don't know how I'm supposed to upgrade my recipes if they never drop the thing I need for it. Because when I go to the research table, I don't know. I need to look at a few more of the recipes to see if different ones have different things that you need, because... And now we can actually see what we're doing. Oh, so much better. Let's, this is going to give us... That's health regen, health regen. Do I have anything that gives me... I mean, stamina, sorta. Fine. Need some kind of stamina regen. No crap. Turret. Sniper turrets you can typically duck. Especially if you can get something in between you and it. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Crap. Ow. Okay, let's go make some ammo real quick, and then we'll go back over there and deal with that. Okay, we're back. Ah, gotta reload. I like it when you can just dodge. Oh, gotta reload. Especially when you can, like, learn the timing and just time your dodge. There we go. All right. You're not gonna get any... I hate it when they don't give you any materials. You do all that work to kill them, and then you don't get anything out of it. Okay, I guess we get nothing out of that either. Great. Alright, tech briefs, salt. Wood-clad mount, another tech brief. Lots and lots of tech briefs. Not so much in the way of actual meaningful stuff. I wonder if you can upgrade the tech briefs into a manual. That would be cool. I think that might be it for this island, unless there's just something else kind of hiding off to the side. I mean, this looks... Okay, here we go. No, I think this is the camp that we went to a minute ago. Yep. Oh, but we missed a chest. Alright, yeah, there's got to be a way to upgrade these tech briefs into something better. Because I get so many of them. It just doesn't make any sense. And we get so many of those and so many of the freaking green ones. Oh. Oh, there is a disc here. Sweet. So we got to figure out how to get in it. Oh. I don't want any of that. Inventory is full. Great. Let's see if we can get inside and get away from these guys. Right. Oh, crap! I'm gonna die. The only thing that saved me was the fact that we have a bunch of food. I'm hoping... Alright, so maybe we can stand up and get this guy. Where is he? He's right there. Just jump and get his attention. Yep. Just want the data disk. Like, if I got nothing else out of here other than the data disk, I would have been happy. This is all I really wanted. It'd be nice if we could find another one. The Eternal Gale, breath is slowing, debris from the class wounded me greatly. Sorry, I'm trying to read really fast. Gradually getting lighter, manifesting behind consciousness. You can read all of that. Somebody's dying. There's not really much in these things that pop out that are really worth... I think I already have Explorer's pants. I need the Explorer's shirt. Yep, unfortunately, yet again, a big nothing burger. Armored mount? Oh, we definitely want to get that. Well, I don't need this. I certainly don't need that. What do we got over here? Red and another tech brief, which I don't really need any more of that. Reinforced engine head. Nice. Why can't I open this chest here? It won't let me open the chest. Boo! It won't let me open the chest. Alright, that's fine. I don't know that there's anything else that we're going to be able to find nearby, so let's start heading back to the ship, because I think this is the other side of the island here, right? Maybe there's something here. That's an anti-air thing. I'll take the makeshift cloth. I don't really need another brief because we don't have room. I kind of feel like that's probably it. There might be more on the underside, maybe, but this forest is just too... This forest is just too thick to do anything with, so I'm going to continue playing on my own. We've already gone really long for this episode, so be sure to click the like button, subscribe. I wanted to make sure you guys actually got some gameplay other than just shipbuilding, because, you know. Hit the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. Also have PayPal and Patreon links for those of you who want to go that route. So thanks again for watching. Be sure to come back for the next episode, and I will see you then.